Hello, First United Methodist Church of Elon family and friends. It's good to see you again today. It is Thursday, and today I was talking to somebody from church, and we were trying to figure out kind of how long we've been doing all this sheltering in place and when everything really started to change. And we're like, oh gosh, it's been months now, right? And it's like, looking at the calendar, it's been 6 weeks. It feels like it's been a lot longer. A lot longer. And in some ways it kind of feels like we're really ready for this to all be over and for life to kind of get back to the way it was. I mean, 6 weeks of this should be long enough, right? Right? How much longer does this really need to last? How much longer are we going to need to do this? How long until it is over? I mean, can we keep doing this forever? I don't think so, but it sure feels like it, doesn't it, sometimes? There are days when I kind of feel like I'm a kid in the back seat of my parents' car going on a long car trip on vacation. And what is it you do? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? I feel like I'm asking that question every day, and the answer I get from the front seat is no, we are not there yet. Anybody else feel that way? This feeling reminds me of a story from the book of Nehemiah. The city of Jerusalem had been destroyed, and the people, God's people, had been carried off into exile to live in a foreign land. And in that land, there was one of the Israelites living. His name was Nehemiah. And he convinces the king of that land to let him go back to Jerusalem and to begin to rebuild, and to take some people and some supplies with him to go do that. And so Nehemiah arrives in Jerusalem, and he kind of surveys the situation and kind of figures out what needs to be done in what order and what is needed. And then he works with all the people in the city to create this tremendous, very organized plan to set about rebuilding the walls of Jerusalem together. And so they start the work, and it goes really well for a time. And here's where we're going to pick up that story in chapter 4 of Nehemiah. So we rebuilt the wall till it had reached half its height. All right, now remember, these are our defensive city walls, so these are really big walls, okay? So they reached half their height, and the people worked with all their heart. But then things change, right? They're halfway there, all right? But when Sanballat, Tobiah, the Arabs, and the Ammonites, and all the people of Ashdod heard that the repairs to Jerusalem's wall had gone ahead and the gaps were being closed, they were very angry. They all plotted together to come and fight against Jerusalem and stir up trouble against it. But we prayed to our God and posted a guard day and night to meet this threat. Meanwhile, the people in Judah said, the strength of the laborers is giving out, and there's so much rubble that we can't rebuild this wall. Also, our enemies said, before they know it or see us, we'll be right there among them, and we'll kill them and put an end to their work. But then the Jews who lived near them came and told us, 10 times over, wherever you turn, they're going to attack us. Therefore I stationed some of the people behind the lowest points of the wall at the exposed places, posting them by families with their swords, spears, and bows. After I looked things over, I stood up and said to the nobles, the officials, and to the rest of the people, don't be afraid of them. Remember the Lord, who is great and awesome, and fight for your families, your sons and daughters, your wives, and your homes. When our enemies heard that we were aware of their plot and that God had frustrated it, we all returned to the wall, each one to our own work. So when the wall is half done, at that halfway point, that's when the workers get really frustrated. The first half of the wall, they had worked and worked to put it together stone by stone, day by day, with all their heart. They were really into this work. They could do this. They did what it took to make all that progress, to get halfway there. But then when their wall hits that halfway mark, and they've been working on it a while, then they lose heart. They get discouraged and they're ready to quit. So they're building this wall. and we are sheltering in place. But I think the feeling at this point is pretty similar. That what we're doing isn't finished. There is more that needs to be done. This is going to take longer than it's taken up to this point. And at this point it is getting kind of tiring. And we're getting tired of it. And we're not sure how to keep on doing this. How to keep on doing what we're doing every day. And when the people are frustrated and they're ready to give up, there are two words that really define their discouragement. They are the words we and the word they. The people look at themselves and they feel that our strength is giving out. We can't do this anymore. And then the people look at those around them. Those people who are purposefully coming at them, trying to discourage them, and they take the bait. Wherever we turn, they will attack us. Nehemiah's answer to their discouragement is to shift their attention away from self and away from others, and to help them to refocus their attention on God. God is with you in this. God has got you this far. He's going to get you the rest of the way. God will help you through it. And God is with us too, my friends. God is with us in this however long it takes. And God will help us through it, not stone by stone, but day by day. In the end, by the way, those people finished that wall. And we will finish this. We will make it through this time of isolation. We will. And they just built a wall. But what is God building in us as we continue to shelter in place? Whatever God is building in us in this time, may we give God time to finish it. And to not stop when God might be only halfway finished. I will see you soon, my friends. Ooh, we have a special guest tomorrow on our devotion, so be sure to check us out tomorrow. I wonder who it is. We'll see you. Bye.